If you're an adventure tour operator wanting to use social media as a way to get more inquiries and bookings, this video is for you. I'm going to explain exactly how my client, African Budget Safaris, is using YouTube to get more inbound inquiries from warm people that are ready to travel right now, and they're about to get paid for it. You heard that correctly. The same videos getting them inquiries and bookings are about to start paying them. They're going to get paid to market their business. For this very reason, it's why owner of African Budget Safaris, Terry, said to me that YouTube has been the best investment they've made in social media overall today. So let's jump straight into it. Before I show you the system and how exactly it can work for your adventure tour company, I'm going to show you some of the success that we've had with African Budget Safaris, so you know everything's real and legit. Because as we know, trust is the #1 thing in this industry, and we're going to touch on that later. So I started working with them. Our first video was uploaded in June, and you can see since then we have generated 90,000 views, over 90,000 views, 4,200 watch hours, which is enough to get monetized on YouTube, let you know that. And we've generated over 657 subscribers, which is basically 6.5x of the amount of subscribers they used to have. If we go to the earn part here, we can see that they are a YouTube partner, and we simply need to reach such minimal requirements right now. 250 more subscribers and 100 extra watch hours, and they're monetized. The same videos that they're uploading to market their business, they're going to be paid by YouTube to do so. Now, let's look at this case study because I want to highlight some more specific wins and show the evergreen nature of this YouTube thing, you know? So our first video was published on the 12th of June, and 1 year later, it's still getting views and contributes to almost a quarter of our growth in watch time and 155 subscribers. Look at that, boom, it's busting, getting views all the time. Same with our second video. This is still averaging a view per hour, and like honestly, look at it, 61 extra subscribers, so much hours of watch time. Now imagine someone spending so much time watching your business, learning about your offer and getting excited about it. By the time they come to your website and make an inquiry, it's not even an inquiry, it's like you just taking an order. They're just telling you, I want to go on this one, and that one. You're not even a sales conversation anymore, it's already done, pretty much. Yep, this video we uploaded on the 3rd of July 2025. It's getting every 100 views it gets a new subscriber. That's, if someone subscribes to your channel, they obviously want more. They're obviously in your niche, they're obviously motivated. Yeah, I can show you so many more, there's so many videos, but like, let's go in here. YouTube, another power of YouTube is that it's owned by Google. So therefore, when you upload videos onto YouTube, it's also going to help you in your Google ranking. Google is the biggest search engine in the world. YouTube is the second. So when people search something on Google, since Google owns YouTube, that video is shown up top. I'm talking at the top. So you could outrank big competitors in your niche just because you have good YouTube videos. And that's exactly what we said here. Terry Murphy, our highest performing video, 7.8K views, 7.4K views, and seems to be listed by Google across the board in results we would not normally feature. Video has become a good area to compete with big players that own generic keywords like Go to Africa, a bigger player in the Safari niche. And yep, Google loves this high value content and we're crushing it. Then we have Chris, another consultant at ABS, saying he saw an inquiry that came straight from YouTube, which is big W's. But furthermore, let's look at the influence, the trust, the authority ABS is growing and building and showcasing, because the truth is, this doesn't work if you don't already have authority. They already know what they're talking about. They already have proven trips. They have people that rave about their trips. And now they're just showcasing that authority to the world, because the world deserves to see it. And so does the world deserve to see what you have on offer. So if you want to get people on your YouTube channel saying, this is so informative, it looks like a great way to travel, I might sign up, I'm interested. And this is one video that you uploaded, multiple people can see it. Imagine over 1,000 people see your video, 1,000 interested people, 10 of them make an inquiry, 10% of those close. You're making money for videos that you've uploaded way ages ago. You're not even doing the work anymore. Like, it's such leverage. As business owners, we're always thinking about leverage. How can we get more revenue for less time? This is how. Evergreen content, YouTube. Yeah, so anyway, we can go down the line. I'm not going to bore you with all this, but it's just basically people on watching the YouTube video saying they're getting value, gaining the trust of ABS, gaining their trust. They're learning to trust the brand more. Some people are booking, some people are making inquiries, some people are saying they can't wait for their first safari. And yep, we entered the YouTube partner program, like I said. Right, so how can this work for you? So always before we think of the how, we got to think of the why. Because when your why is strong, your how, whatever you have to do, you will plow through and do it, because the why is the one. So why YouTube? Why not Instagram? Why not TikTok? You're probably thinking, oh man, Instagram and TikTok, it's so easy, like an hour making reels and then it's done. But then that reel lives for like 48 hours and it's gone. Maybe it goes viral. Honestly, ask yourself that. How often do they get more than 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views? Like really, seriously. Ask yourself that. I can't even ask myself that. I don't know. Literally, I do not know. And that's the thing. Those reels disappear and they do nothing. Even if they do get like lots of views, maybe you get a few extra followers, but no one is buying or booking a tour, making an inquiry from Instagram or TikTok after seeing a 15-second short, because simply it's not enough time to build trust with someone. People on Instagram and TikTok, they're just vibing, they're scrolling, they're chilling. Maybe before your post there was like a funny meme and under that is like a viral sports highlight or an aura edit, and then they've forgotten about your short. So the most you're gonna get on Instagram is someone following you, unless you're like running an ad. But even with ads, they don't really build trust. So let's go back to the actual video. So why YouTube and not Instagram or the other platforms that are much easier to use? This is why you're going to take the hard road and choose YouTube, because the path less travel, my friends, in this instance, is the one bearing all the fruit. And you should be happy that this is harder, because a lot of your competition aren't doing it. African budget safaris, there's no safari company that's making YouTube videos the way they're doing it. They're leading the game and very soon people are going to follow. So you can do the same. If you're in the safari niche, you can get into it early. If you're in a different niche, you can also get into, you can be the pioneer. So anyway, let's go to YouTube. Why YouTube? Evergreen content. Evergreen is amazing. So a video you upload today will be getting views years later to come. Views, inquiries, bookings, all of that good stuff, and subscribers, giving you watch hours, building trust with your audience, just like I showed earlier in the video with the videos that we uploaded a year ago. Our first 4 or 5 videos, they're still really getting views. Every time I look at the views we've generated in the last 48 hours on our analytics, I'm always seeing a trend between the same videos. That means they're evergreen, they've hit the algorithm, we uploaded them once, and they're still working for us this very second as we speak. So that's why you want to use YouTube, that evergreen nature. You don't have to wake up tomorrow, check your analytics, and start thinking about what reel or what trend you're going to copy next. You simply stick to the plan that you've already laid out. You do look at the analytics, you do adjust, but for the most part, you're uploading, you're waiting, you're watching. Time is your friend on YouTube. The more you can upload consistently for a longer period of time, the better your results. So next, let's go to trust. On other platforms, it's hard to build trust because it's short form. It's like 30 seconds of highlights that people are watching. It's like a highlight video, like, yay, this is like a really cool video. Because those are the videos that get views. It's like highlights videos showing like really pretty scenery, or like a compilation with some cool music, or you copying a trend or something like that. When you've ever made a video speaking to the camera and be like, hey, this is like answering questions, people scroll right past it, because before that there was a sports highlight and underneath that is a funny meme, or maybe like some other crazy content that catches whoever's attention, right? So your videos need to be really exciting and quickly edited on Instagram to get views, and it's very hard to build trust in that way, because also people on Instagram at that time, they're just doom scrolling, they're chilling, they're not thinking. It's brain rot vibes. It's brain rot time, I'm gonna crash, I'm gonna chill. That's what the vibe is. But on YouTube, it's much easier to build trust with your audience, because simply it's a longer format of video. Now, if someone spends a lot of time watching your channel, like we saw earlier, people watching one video generated over 350 hours of watch time. Imagine someone spends that much time with your videos and with your content with you. They're naturally going to trust you, because the more you see someone, the more you listen to them and get to know them, the more you're going to trust them. And the number one thing in this industry is trust. That's the reason people are losing bookings to bigger companies. It's not because their offering isn't great. It's because the other companies have literally got their trust, and the only reason they have their trust is because they've been in business longer than you. They're the bigger name in the niche, so that everyone thinks, they must be the safest bet. But that might not always be true, and in your case, I know it is not true. So YouTube helps you build the trust. That's the gap where you can come in, because that company, they've been in the game for a long time. They're sitting on top, they're chilling. They're not thinking about new ways to market, new ways to build trust. You are, and YouTube is under leveraged so much by so many companies to build trust. Third point is, it's the second largest search engine in the world. So like I touched on earlier, Google owns YouTube, And Google's the biggest search engine in the world. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. Before they were purchased by Google, now they're purchased by Google. Someone searches a question that they have about Africa, whatever, on Google. If you have a good YouTube video addressing that topic and it's good SEO, your video is going to show up above your competitors, above the big name brands who probably dominate those keywords, and you're wondering, damn, how can I rank higher? How can I get my website to rank higher? This is how you do it, because Google loves video. Next, motivated traffic. People that are on YouTube specifically searching, where is the best place to go on vacation in the Maldives? Where is the best activity to do whatever? Where can I bungee jump? Or we're searching stuff in your niche, like asking specific questions in your niche. It means they're motivated. They're either already planning the trip, they either really want to plan the trip, or they've already booked and they're now checking, did I make the right decision? Anyway, they're super motivated traffic. They're actually like willing to invest. They're willing to put some money down, not just someone that happened to see your reel by chance. So this traffic is way more valuable. I'd rather have 500 motivated views than 5,000 random people on Instagram or TikTok. Not to keep shitting on these other companies and stuff, because I also use them for my clients and for myself. They have their place, but the highest ROI motivated traffic is coming on YouTube. And the cherry on top of all this, you get paid to play. Once you hit that ad revenue, once you hit that 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, your videos start generating AdSense from YouTube. So the videos you upload years ago are not only getting you inquiries and bookings, they're also getting you paid. But AdSense is only one way of getting paid on YouTube. Your channel could get sponsored. Let's say you run hiking tours. You could get sponsored by Patagonia, you could get sponsored by North Face, just for like a wild example. Like, it is possible to get sponsored on your channel, and then you're getting more revenue that way, and you're still advertising your product. So that is why you should be on YouTube. But now you're thinking, okay, I know why, but now how does it work? How did I get African Budget Safaris the results they're getting right now? This is literally how. One, trust building content. It's all about trust in the travel space. You're asking people to go to a place they've never gone to do an adventure that they've maybe never done before. They could be first timers. It could be in a third world country. It could be a little risky. They're scared. People like need to be able to trust. Even you, like before you buy something, you need to know you can trust people. That's why I only buy Nike, because I've seen Nike everywhere. I trust Nike, CR7, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. I'm there, bro. I'm buying Nike all the time. It's not even a debate. So you need to build trust through your content on YouTube. And how do you do that? Well, think, what do my audience always ask for? When I get inquiries, what's a common theme? When I get people that tours that fall off, what's a common theme? And then you just make content that is going to build trust. Every video needs to play a role in building trust and gaining trust of your audience, because an audience that trusts you is an audience that pays you. Right, character is the next thing. You need to have a character in your videos, simply for the fact that people don't buy from companies or logos. They buy from people. And this is to touch on what I said with Nike. I said CR7, and I said LeBron James, and I said Michael Jordan. All representatives of Nike, and that's why I want to buy them. Because when I put on that Nike sock, I am CR7 in that moment. When I buy those LeBron James shoes, I am LeBron James in that moment. I'm channeling my inner athlete. You know, that's why Nike always sponsors the big athletes, and that's why they own a big amount of the market share. So when people can relate with you or someone on your team in your videos, they're like, wow, this guy knows what's happening. I like the way he speaks. I like his mannerisms. He just looks like a really cool guy. And it feels like they're getting to know you. I've done this before on my YouTube channel, where I was making surf videos documenting my journey, and I'd have random people come up to me, greet me, shake my hand, ask me for a photo, to address me by name, and start talking about things that have happened in my life that I shared on YouTube. And I'm like, bro, I've never even spoken to you, but you know so much about me. Trust is built through character, and people buy from people. If they trust you, they pay you. Documentation is the next thing. It's one thing to answer people's questions. It's another thing to show them the answers to their questions. Like, if you can address FAQs, objections, and also visually show that objection like in place, because people can say stuff like I showed you my results. I said what I said, then I showed you the results. If you can say what you say, people are like, he probably ChatGPT'd that. Who knows? But if you can show them the answer to their question as well as tell them, now we're cooking. Distribution. Simply, you can't just upload a video, no thumbnail, bad title. Like the game doesn't work like that anymore. Maybe in the early days of YouTube it would have worked, but right now you need to give it a little more thought. You need to have some strategy behind, this is what my thumbnail is going to do, this is what the title is going to do. The thumbnail and title always work together like a 1-2 punch. Boom, boom, bang. And then when you add the description, some SEO, some tags, then that's the slip, jab, uppercut combination. Cooking. And then consistency. You need consistency. Like, one video is not gonna cut it. One video is not gonna go viral and all your problems are changed. It's not gonna work like that. Definitely not. And even if it does, you need to still build, you need to ride that momentum. You need to keep going. You need to upload at least twice a month. Once a week, ideally, if you can do more. I think the best thing with consistency is literally just sit down, think of how often can I do this, and do it. Stick to that routine. Keep going. Learn from each video. Consistency. Look at your results. Look at your analytics. Okay, people respond better when I start the video like this. People are watching more of the videos in this specific topic. Maybe I should make more of that. It's always just, but you only learn and improve like that through being consistent. The consistency is the root of everything. And like, YouTube is a long-term game, and YouTube time is your friend, but you have to at least be willing to invest like 6 to 12 months. If you need bookings next month to stay afloat, then starting on YouTube is great, yes, but it's not going to be what solves your problem right now. YouTube's a long-term solution that takes a long time to develop, but once it's ready and ripe and working, you're sitting back and you have a lot of leverage. So what next? I've said all I've said. What next? Simple next steps for you. Make a content strategy of trust building content. Get on camera. Speak to your audience. Let them see your face. Document an experience. Show them what it looks like. Make thumbnails and titles for your videos, like a nice strategy for your thumbnails and titles. What's going to resonate with your viewers? What's going to pique curiosity? What's going to make people want to click? And next, after your thumbnails and titles, you do your editing. You do your editing of your videos so you can optimize the videos for YouTube platform and social media, easy consumption. And then you upload at least one video every 2 weeks, ideally one a week. And Bob's your uncle, you're on the way. Now, I know that seems like a lot of work, especially if you're running tours, you're managing clients, and a lot of your in-house team probably don't know how to do YouTube because there's not a lot of YouTube specialists out there. I know, it's true, it's facts. And that is why I offer the service. Literally, that's why I offer the service, because it's so important and so necessary, but not a lot of people can do it. So if you want another way forward besides doing it yourself, you can simply just work with me like African Budget Safaris are, and they're getting great results from it. So what does that look like? Instead of you doing the content strategy all by yourself and struggling, I partner with you. I work with your marketing team. We address what is the most painful objections. What are the objections that people have? What are the questions that they're always asking? We come up with video topics based off of these questions, and that's what's going to build the trust and authority content. Furthermore, a character. I know you're not a vlogger. You probably irked at that part when I said you need to document a tour and show your face. You're like, I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not a vlogger. A lot of unserious people probably clicked off by then. But listen, I'm not asking you to be a vlogger. Leave that to me. But the FAQ series, where you answer the objections and the questions that people have in fully and talking about your business, you're going to have to sit down and be on camera for that, or at least someone in your team. Don't worry, it's not that daunting. I'm there with you. I set up the lights for you. We have your script here. It's like super chilled. African Budget Safaris had 3 of their consultants do it, and these videos get so many views and build so much trust. It's also nice for people to see that, hey, there's actually people in this business. And if you're cool people, well, obviously you are cool people having such a cool company, you get to show people the vibes, show people how cool you are. If you're the guy doing the tours, it's going to be so valuable that they actually see who they're going to do the tour with. It's not crazy. You're not going to die. There's no one watching. It's literally just going to be the camera, and then it's uploaded later, and then it's all chill by then, the nerves are gone. So trust me, you're going to want to do this. But when it comes to documenting the tour and going on there and documenting the client journey, that's where you need to be a little more present all the time in front of camera, speaking to the camera out of the blue, like, oh, this is crazy, this is this and that, like I'll be doing with African budget safaris. That's where I come into the picture. I've been a specialist at this. I mean, I've been doing YouTube for 4 years. I've done this on my own YouTube channel. Lots of views, lots of subscribers, lots of cool comments, people saying they love my work. So literally, I live this. And it's not just going on tour for the sake of going on tour and filming scenery. It's about letting people know how I feel and what transformation I'm going through and what they can expect to go through too. So these tours that we go on will also have a strategy to address FAQs and objections and show them the answers to their questions while telling them the answers to their questions. For example, you run a bungee jumping adventure tour company and you take people bungee jumping in all these beautiful places in the world. This is just random, right? Now, people are like, I'm kind of scared, it's not safe. Especially if you're asking someone to go from a first world country to come to a third world country or a country with less infrastructure. They're like, I don't know about this one because I'm a little scared and they might not book the tour. But when you can go there and I'm like, hey guys, I'm now present in camera doing the tour. And I'm like, I'm kind of scared right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm scared relating with them. Then I show, but look at the safety protocols they take. I show the guide explaining the safety protocol. I show all the safety gear that's going on my feet. And then I do the jump. I come up, I'm like, that was really scary, but I felt so safe. And right now I feel so fulfilled because it's something I've always wanted to do. I didn't let fear stop me, and my fear was irrational because the guides are here, because of the safety measures that have taken place. That puts your audience at ease. They're like, hey, I can actually do this. And then the fear of doing it is gone, and that was the only objection they had. They're going to go ahead and book the tour. And I've done this with African Budget Safari, showing the ups and the downs, stuck in the mud, stuck in thunderstorms. But I'm like so excited and so happy, and I'm showing them that, hey, there is going to be these down moments. It's not always going to go to plan, but the highs are well worth it. And some of the time, those down moments, if you're lighthearted enough, they become some of the highlights you remember more than the actual highlights. Next up, thumbnails and strategy, thumbnails and titles partner. I'm not just going to leave you run dry, make the content, make some pretty video, and then dip. No, we work together. How do we distribute this thing? We need to come up with the best thumbnails that look great, but also work great. We need to keep improving your click-through rates as we go along with each video, which means we need better thumbnails, better titles, always optimizing, always searching, always improving. A lot of in-house teams can't do that, don't have the time to do that. They're doing a lot of other things. That's why you need to partner with a specialist. And then full post-production handling, everything, editing. I'm there. I got you with the editing. I'll give you timelines. This is when the videos are going out. This is our strategy. We're going to hit those. Here's the first edit, ready for review, pass, cool, upload, done. I also help you upload the video. It's a full stack management. So if you're thinking of working with me, you have to apply, because I don't just work with any company, because I need to work with companies that have authority, but it's been under leveraged. They're not really having a way to push it out there. They haven't thought of it. They're using Instagram. They're not getting the results they would like. So you have to have the authority, proven tours, happy customers, and you've been in the game, and you're also willing to invest time into this, 6 to 12 months. You have to, that's like the minimum time requirement investment that you have to be willing to make here, because I can't work with a company that needs to get bookings next month to stay afloat. It's just not going to work. And I only want to work with you if I know I can get you results. So if you're interested, check the first link below. That will be an application page to work with me, or it'll be my website, one of those two. Hit that link, check me out. You can also check out African Budget Safari's YouTube to see the work that I've done with them. Every video produced by moi. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you got value, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.